Hi, I'm Kira. Welcome back to the channel and to this Yoga for the Elements series. Today's element is fire. This is going to be a fun one. So I recommend having 2 blocks for your practice. You need at least one. If you don't have a block, just grab a nice heavy book that we'll use for one part of this class. So meet me in Virasana, hero's pose, sitting hips to heels, if your knees are okay with it. You could sit up on 1 or 2 of your blocks to just give the joints of your legs some space. If this doesn't work, cross-legged seat. So find a tall seat and let's just let whatever the day has been go with a couple clearing breaths. So draw your shoulders up to your ears, breathe in. Fiery breath out through your mouth, drop shoulders. 2 more times. So inhale, lift the shoulders. Sigh it out. 1 more. Lift the shoulders, gather tension, breathe in. Big release, breathe out. Good. And then lift the shoulders up and roll them back a couple of times. And then settle into stillness in a tall seat, feeling the crown of your head aligned right over your tail. And turn your palms face up in your lap. We'll use the mudra or the gesture of fire, Surya mudra. This is also referred to as Agni mudra. With your right hand, join your thumb and your ring finger together and let the other fingers be straight. And then rest that mudra in your lap. We'll close the eyes or soften the gaze down, holding Agni mudra. Mudras are simply a means to focus our energy, focus our mind. We have a lot of nerve endings in our fingertips, and we can stimulate them with these different mudras and sort of close the circuits. Take a smooth breath in through the nose. Easeful breath out. Take another breath in, feel it swell up the body. And exhale through the nose, all the air empties out. Inhale again, this time hold your breath at the top. Just a slight pause at the top of your inhalation. Feel how that kind of lifts your energy upwards. Hold, hold, hold. And then exhale through the nose, empty out. At the bottom of the exhale, stay empty. Hold the breath out, pull the navel back to the spine. Inhale, fill up. Hold the breath at the top. Feel that sense of lift and lightness, like something is about to happen. Hold, hold, hold. And then exhale completely. Hold the breath out, pull the navel to the spine, and when you need to breathe, take it in, fill up. Pause at the top. This will be our longest retention of breath. So can you hold the breath but relax the muscles? And then exhale everything out. Return to normal breathing. And visualize at your solar plexus, your abdomen, a bright yellow flame just glowing in the solar plexus. Your Agni, your inner fire. The fire element is about transformation. In a physical sense, in our bodies, this refers to the miracle of digestion. That we could, eat a piece of broccoli and then it becomes part of us. It gives us energy. It takes a different form. And in an emotional sense, the fire element is about transforming our experiences into clear-seeing wisdom, taking a challenging experience, for instance, and coming out the other side with more knowledge to go forward. So we'll explore this dynamic and powerful element today on our mat. Take another deep breath in and let it go. And release the mudra, turn your palms down. Cat and cow seated in Virasana. So as you inhale, arch your spine, open your throat, look up. Exhale, let the spine round, slide the hands down the front of the thighs, and keep that going. Flexing and extending your spine. Getting energy moving from the base to the crown. And then we'll add some arms. The next time you find cow, the one where you arch, stretch your arms back, up and around, come into cat, letting the spine round, and then keep circling. And take up space. Let your breath be spacious and expressive. Take 2 more. Hands in the lap. Bring your right hand down and lean up and over to the right for a side bend. And your hips can kind of lean over to the left. Let the head and neck relax. And then inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist to your left. Right hand outside of left thigh. Inhale. Exhale. Unwind to center. Side bend left. Hips lean to the right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to lift. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale. Exhale. Unwind. Let's take that again. Side bending right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist left. Inhale. Exhale. Unwind. Side bend left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist right. Inhale. Exhale. Unwind. Hands and knees. You can remove the block if you were using one and come into plank pose. Shoulders right over the wrists. Step the feet back and try to align your heels right over the balls of your feet and start rocking forward and back. Breathing in your pose, feeling your shoulders aligned over the wrists, your shoulders and hips in line. Core drawing in and up. Downward facing dog. Pick up your hips. Paddle through your legs. As you inhale, come forward, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Back and forth. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog, building a little heat. Opening the shoulders back and forth. Meet me in plank, lower your knees. Twisting tabletop, send your left leg behind you, tuck your toes, and then reach your right arm up for a twist. Inhale. Exhale to table. And switch, right leg back, toes tucked, left arm lifts. Inhale. Exhale to table. And then just keep that going. Twisting right, back to table, twisting left. And you can take this at your own pace. Try to move your arm and your leg at the same time for an extra element of coordination and concentration. Take about 1 more each side. Good. Take a moment in child's pose, Balasana. And just let that energy you've stirred up start to settle. We'll do a lot of twists today to stimulate this area of the solar plexus where our Agni, our inner fire, resides. Fire element is all about the core and our center of digestion, the center of transformation in the body. Let's come back to tabletop position. Step your right foot between your hands. Ardha Hanuman, half split. I always love using my blocks here. Shift back and straighten your front leg any amount. And try to find length in your spine. Even more so than length in your leg. You might even bend your front knee a little bit. And start to breathe into that right side hamstring. Oh, Lord, mine is tight today. So keep the lower body the same as you come into revolved half split. Right arm lifts, big IT band, lengthening, opening the outer right hip. Take one more breath in. Breath out. Lower the right hand, bend the front knee. Tuck your back toes and lift your knee. We're going to come into a wide-legged fold, so crawl your hands to the left, and then just bend one knee and then the other, side to side. Dynamic movement. Waking up the legs, and then come back to face the front and come back to tabletop to switch. So left foot steps forward. On your way to half split, Ardha Hanuman. And sense your hips. If one is forward of the other, see if you can get both of your hip points facing forward in this shape. Keep that revolved half split. Left arm lifts. Twisting from the center of your spine, your thoracic spine. That'll be important for where we're headed. Lower the left hand. Bend your front knee, tuck the back toes, and lift the back leg. So wide-legged fold, crawling the hands to the right. Just a little side-to-side action. And then spin back forward and step your back foot forward and fold. And then bring hands to waist on an inhale. Come on up. Tadasana, mountain pose. So if you took my earth element class, just bring that memory into the feet, into the lower body. Feel that sense of grounding through the soles of the feet. And then let the fire in your belly begin to ascend your energy upwards. Bring your feet together and stretch your arms up overhead with a steeple grip. So really feel the legs zip up here, squeeze your glutes. Try to straighten your arms like you were squeezing your head between your arms. Take a big breath in. Breath out, crescent bend to the right. So stamp your left heel down as you come into a side bend. So chest facing forward. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, crescent bend left. Grounding through the right heel. Straightening the arms as best you can. Inhale, lift. Exhale, look up at your fingers. So let your head drop back if it feels okay with you. Root your heels, standing back bend. Take an inhale. On the exhale, start to move the fingers back. And just keep tracing the fingers with your eyes. Keep breathing into your chest. And then slowly come up. Yeesh, it's hard to talk there. Separate your feet, fold over your legs. Whew, let that heat release. You can cup your heels, you can have your head. And really good. And then heel toe your feet together now. Chair pose, bend your knees a lot, Utkatasana, and sit really low here. Light up some fire in your quads. And then lengthen the back of your heart. Stretch through your fingers. Feel like electricity coming through your fingertips. Take one more breath in. Breath out, diver pose. Straighten the legs, wing the arms back, and maybe lift your heels. And again, feel that sense of the legs zipped up. Head in line with the tail. Inhale back to chair. Straighten the legs, reach up, hands to prayer at your heart. Separate your feet, hips width, and steady your gaze straight ahead at eye level for balance. Single leg Tadasana. So I'll face you. I feel like I've been looking away from you for a while. So root one foot into the earth and lift the other leg up. See if you can interlace your hand around your shin and really root down as much as you lift the knee up and lift the chest, and then switch. Single leg Tadasana. Try to level out your hips if you're hiking one of them up. Release. Good. Back to the top of the mat. Let's flow it back. Chair pose. Utkatasana, inhale. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plank, chaturanga, your vinyasa transition of choice. Back to downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. 2 more times, leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, really curl it in. Inhale, leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose, step right foot to right thumb. High lunge, so set the feet hips width so you can rise up steady and lock in your gaze. And feel your inner legs firm together. Activate your adductors. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the right, left arm forward, right arm back, spreading the fingers to the webbing. Now bring both arms up by the ears, load weight into your front foot, and step forward into single leg Tadasana. So you've been there before, trust your balance. And imagine that you're standing against a wall, so press your shoulder blades back in space as you reach up. Inhale. Exhale, twist left, right arm forward, left arm back. So if you keep looking forward, you'll be steadier. If you look to the side, more of a challenge. From here, both arms up by the ears, on our way to warrior 3. So soft bend in that right knee. Any variation you want to take with your hands, but feel your head and your heel in one active straight line. Energize through your back heel like you are kicking something behind you. Warrior 2. So see the shape in your mind and then land your back foot down and open up. Flip the front palm up, inhale for peaceful, tip back. Exhale, hands to mat, moving through your vinyasa flow. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrists, twice more. Dynamic, light, fiery. Step left foot to left thumb. High crescent lunge. So rise up like you mean business. Lock in the feet. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Right arm forward, left arm back. So can you keep the hips facing forward and just twist from the center of your spine? Both arms up. Now load weight into your front foot. Single leg Tadasana. Step forward, stick that landing. Root down, reach up. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Left arm forward, right arm back. Laser beams shooting out of every fingertip with intention. Both arms up, warrior 3. So soft little bend in the left knee can help you recalibrate as you find your strong Virabhadrasana 3. Try to level your hips if you're hiking one up. Squeeze your glutes. Warrior 2, as you're ready. Flip your front palm up, peaceful warrior, tip it back, inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Vinyasa, flow. To downward facing dog, breathe. Come high on your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Walk, step, or lightly hop, top of your mat. And fold. So bring your feet together if that feels comfortable. If balance is a challenge for you, take a wider stance with your feet. Chair pose, Utkatasana. So bend your knees, sit really low. Again, lengthen the back of your heart. Take an inhale. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Hook your left elbow outside your right thigh if you can, and press the palms together. So get a good hook. Feel yourself twisting from your center. Lengthen your head forward and stretch your tail back. 2 more breaths. Really lighten a little furnace here in the center. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale to chair. Whew, stay in it. Exhale, prayer twist to the left. 5 breaths. And just feel that heat. Meet it head on. Think of a little bit of a back bend in your upper back here, yogis. Like, can you open your chest, open to meet the challenge? One more breath in. Breath out. Forward fold over your legs. Whew, and let that energy move down the quads, down out through the feet. Bend your knees and come into a toe stand. A little toe stand. So if balance is an issue, hands can be on blocks. This is a great way to activate and strengthen your feet. Okay, so option 2, hold your toe stand a little bit longer. Otherwise, you're welcome to take a crow pose if that's in your practice. Just bringing your hands down, keeping the feet together, very compact as we lift the hips and play with our Bakasana crow pose. And then crow people, come on down. We're all gonna meet in a seat. So if you're in toe stand, lower down to a seat with your legs extended in front of you. And cool it down a little bit here. So Paschimottanasana, seated forward bend variation. Bend your knees and really sit up on your sits bones. And if you can take a yogi toe lock around your big toes, go ahead and do that. And lengthen your spine. Feel like your belly wants to touch your thighs, even if it's not. And draw the shoulders down and away from your ears and breathe into your back. You can extend the heels forward if you can do this without strain, but let this be more about your back, maintaining length and breath, than straightening your legs and like roasting your hamstrings. You know what I mean? A few more breaths here. Come on up, release, and grab a block. So come onto your back, but don't get too comfortable there. So I'm gonna light up the core, Ardha Navasana. Before we approach that shape, just bring your block overhead, flex your feet, find that feeling again of zipping up the legs and pressing your palms into the block. And try to get your entire back body to connect with the ground. So it's going to be impossible, but try anyway. So sense where you're lifting away, like maybe your low and middle back. Really knit your ribs together and see if you can press your back ribs down as you press your palms into that block and press through the backs of the legs. Whew. Okay. So maintain all that, just keep breathing, and then lift the block up and forward on a diagonal. So lift your head and shoulders up, extend the block forward, and then lift your legs. So flex your feet, but press your low back into the ground. Press the block, hollow body, Ardha Navasana. Hold, hold, hold. Last breath. And release. Whew, that gets real spicy real quick. But it is such a great way to strengthen your core. So if you can't maintain your low back on the ground, you'll just bend your knees. We're gonna try this again. Really try to find integrity and intention with this shape. So lift head and shoulders up, extend the block on a diagonal, lift legs. Again, your modification is bending your knees. About 5 breaths here. Press low back down. Nice release. Ooh, draw the knees in, give yourself a squeeze as you rock side to side. And then grab onto the backs of your legs and see if you can rock and roll up and down the spine. You got to use your breath here. Rolling up on an inhale. Think of like a hot air balloon. So much air required to lift off. So next time you come up, stay. Balance on your sitting bones for Navasana, boat pose. So grab onto the backs of your legs and again, find that feeling of pulling the chest to the thighs and then float your legs up, pull chest to thighs, straight spine, strong core. So you might try extending the arms, but if you start kind of rounding in your low back, come back to that secure grabbing on version. If this is looking good, maybe you straighten the legs. So breathe in your pose. Proud chest, smiling face. Hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Feet down, reverse tabletop, lift your hips and chest and shift forward and back. And then lower your seat. Twisted Navasana. So keep your arms behind you. And then with your right hand, try to grab the outside of your left foot or calf muscle. And again, pull the chest to the thighs. So you're sitting up tall in this. And then try lifting the right leg. And then make it pretty. So point your toes. You could straighten your legs, maybe. You stretch that free arm back. And you could look at it with your eyes to challenge yourself even more. So twisting Navasana. Last breath in. And out. Come back through Navasana, single breath in. And out. Feet down. Hands behind you, windshield wiper your legs to release any tension or holding before we dive into the other side. So, left hand will reach for the outside of the right foot. You'll start to lift the left leg and maybe straighten the legs. It's fine if you do not. Another thing you can play with is lifting that back arm, but try to keep pulling the chest to the thighs. This is so much for the hip flexors and the core. Last breath in. And out. Navasana. Last breath in. And out. Lower the feet. Well done. All right. Swing the legs behind you. Come into downward facing dog. Start to walk your feet to your hands. Find a forward fold at the top of your mat. And with your feet hips width distance, wrap your peace fingers around your big toes for yogi toe lock. So bend your elbows out to the sides of your space. You can bend your knees if this is not accessible. And relax your head. Think of like folding into yourself. Sitting bones lifting, back of the legs lengthening. Hold for one more breath in. And out. Release the toe lock, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Padahastasana. Slide the hands under the feet from the toe side and step on your hands. And then try to bring more weight into your toes if you're hanging out in your heels. And to deepen this, bend the elbows. Really open up the back of the legs. Breathe into the skin of your whole back. Last breath in. And out. Slide the hands up from under the feet. Bring your hands to your waist and come up. Think of a back bend here. Really straight spine, proud chest. Tadasana. And breathe. Okay, so we're going to work on some balancing shapes. Utthita Hasta A, hand to toe pose. So steady your gaze straight ahead. You're going to come back to that single leg Tadasana. Let's start with the right leg down. So just find that to start. And then if you're hiking one of your hips up, try to get them level. And then options from here. So option 1, just left hand to the knee, just standing up super tall. Option 2, yogi toe lock around the left big toe. Kick from your heel and try to straighten your leg. It doesn't have to be all the way straight. See if you can stretch your right arm up. Now stand tall, keep breathing. Utthita Hasta. Start to bring the arm out to the right and the leg out to the left. Standing tall, wrapping your left glute underneath you. And then slowly, slowly come back to Utthita Hasta A, your starting position. Lift your left arm up, but keep your leg up. And then now it's a mind game. So even if your leg is sinking, use your Jedi mind tricks to keep it lifted. And then slowly lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Tap out your legs. Whew. Okay. Second side. So now we know it's coming. We'll see what's going on that second side. Check your mental state. Fire element is all about manifesting, beginning in the mind, like planting a seed of intention, and then using your drive and your will to bring that to fruition. So if we're not thinking nice thoughts up here, it's going to be tough to balance. So if you weren't so nice to yourself, shake it off. Reset, second side. Single leg Tadasana, being your biggest cheerleader. So left foot is down, right leg is up. Option 1, hand to knee or yogi toe lock around the right big toes, kicking through the heel. Fierce gaze, like you mean business. Left arm up when you're ready. Utthita Hasta. Bring the leg to the side, the arm to the side. Keep wrapping your right glute if you're sticking it out. Stay on your center axis. Come back to your starting position. Right arm up, keep the leg lifted. Flex your front quad. Keep it high, slow lower now. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Tap out the legs. So, fire element, yes, about building heat, taking on a challenge, sweating, all of that is fire. But to me, fire is really this yogic philosophy of tapas, which means burning discipline, that sense of focus, like that's so hot that you get the job done. So we're going to take on another balance. This one's called moonrise. It's a twisting balance, and we've been prepping for it. So I'll walk you through. So in Tadasana, single leg Tadasana again. Aren't you sick of it by now? No, because it's our steady foundation. So find that. Option 1, right hand to the outside of the left thigh, stretching the left arm back. Okay, that's your option 1 if you're really working on your balance. Option 2, left hand to hip, right hand reaching for outside of left foot and kicking from the heel and stretching left arm back. Bonus points if you can look toward your back hand. So breathe, 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 breathe. Good. And then slowly bring that lifted hand back forward. See if you can thread it under the right arm and grab the inside of your foot or your inner knee. And then bend your left knee. Return to Tadasana. Strong and steady. With that steady mind of an athlete, mind of a fighter, no matter what happened, you're steady in your mind. Second side. So single leg Tadasana. Left foot is down, right leg is lifted. So option 1, right or left hand to outside of right leg, reaching back, or left hand grabbing outer blade of right foot. Kicking through the heel, but fighting to stand up tall, stretching the right arm back in space. Hold your pose, breathe in it. Animate it with your breath. Slowly, slowly, that back arm comes forward and snakes under your left arm to grab your inner foot. Bend your right knee. Release. Tadasana. Well done, team. Let's lower down to a squat. So turn your heels in, toes out, and then lower down to Malasana, yogi squat. And let's cool things off. A couple of rounds of breath of fire. This is a great way to dissipate energy, frustration, just kind of blow off some steam. So squeeze the muscles of your face, breathe in. Stick out your tongue, bug out your eyes. 2 more. Squeeze, contract the face. Release and stretch. Last one, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Stretch and look up. Good. And then just shake your hands, like releasing energy through the hands. So good, so good. And then find a seat. All right. Come onto your back. Lay on your back. Bent knees, feet find the floor. And just let all that swirling energy settle. We've got 1 round of bridge, or it could be a wheel pose. This will be our last active shape of our practice. So root the feet, lift up, and got about 5 breaths. Release your pose. Lift your right leg up, figure 4. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. And thread your arms between the space, interlacing your hands behind your left thigh. This will become eagle twist. Release the hands and then just cross your right leg over your left and bring your feet down. Scoot your butt to the right a bit and let your knees fall off to the left. Eagle twist. So closing our practice with some more passive twists to let go, cool that fire down to a slow, glowing orange ember. Come onto your back, uncross the legs, bring the pelvis back to center. For the second side, figure 4, left ankle over right thigh. Our hips and glutes have done so much for us in this sequence to stabilize and steady. So send the good medicine of your breath down there to the hips. Eagle twist. Release the arms, cross left leg over right, feet down, and scooch your butt to the left so the knees can fall off to the right. Come onto your back. Uncross your legs, draw the knees in for Apanasana, giving yourself a loving squeeze. And as you're ready, roll to one side and come up to seated. Any comfortable seat of your choosing. And we'll end how we began with Agni Mudra. Palms up. With your right hand, take the thumb and the ring finger to touch. And close your eyes and just drop in. Reconnect with that image of the yellow flame in your belly, your agni, your fire. And tune into any shifts, big or small, in how you feel in your physical, mental, or energetic state in this practice. Even in a short practice, there is a possibility for transformation. Thank you so much for sharing your time and energy with me. I hope you have a wonderful, energized rest of your day. And I hope to see you again soon. Namaste.